We welcome you to the Power Circuit. This weekly informative program is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. In this edition, we have the following reports. TCN management, electricity employees forge stronger ties. The focus on the regional operations manager at TCN continues this week in the interview segment. For this edition, the interview is with Engineer Michael Mwago, who is the regional operation manager of the Port Harcourt region. He will be discussing key highlights about the region's coverage area, the operational activities, and the collaborative strategies among stakeholders towards bulk power transmission services in the region. Let's take you on a ride with the Power Circuit. I am Amara Agogesi. The fire outbreak in a substation in Kebbi State recently cut bulk power supply to Kebbi State and some parts of Sokoto State. In a swift response, the engineering team of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has restored bulk power supply to Sokoto State, and efforts are in top gear towards restoring bulk power supply to Kebbi State.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has paid a courtesy visit to the Emir of Gwandu, Alhaji Muhammad Ilyasu Bashar, at the Abdullahi Fodio Palace in Birnin Kebbi. The purpose of the visit was to brief him on the immediate efforts of restoring power to Sokoto and Kebbi while facing the 330-132-33 kV Birnin Kebbi transmission substation disrupted by a fire incident.
As we have shown our concern here, it's the same thing we are going to show our concern when we are doing the job. We will make sure that we don't allow the people of this state to suffer. So inshallah, we will do our best to make sure that light is restored.
The TCN MD, the Executive Director, Transmission Service Provider TSP, Engineer Victor Adeomi, and the engineering team were at the 330-132-33 kV Birnin Kebbi transmission substation, where he inspected the extent of disruption, commenced repair works, and investigation into the cause of the fire incident was ongoing.
We are good people who are specialists who will look at all this, and later they will come out with a report which will be convincing. The level of damage is much because we have lost 2 transformers and the control room. We are going to backfeed Sokoto from Tlatemopara, so Sokoto will have light. Then coming to here also, very quickly, we have already mobilized our engineers. You can see them around here. In fact, they have even started opening the cable trenches to start work. We are still looking at the possibility of backfeeding Birnin Kebbi, maybe from Sokoto. So that one can be done in 2-3 days. But our engineers will look at it properly. But for the permanent arrangement, that will take us around 2 weeks.
Shortly after the visit, the management of TCN in a statement confirmed the restoration of bulk power supply to Sokoto on Saturday evening through the Talata Mafara substation in Zamfara State, a day after the incident. TCN engineers are working assiduously towards restoring bulk supply to Kebbi State.
Consistency, collaborations, and consultations are critical factors for organizational growth. This is a pathway that the management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, treads so well. It has yet again held consultative meetings with the leadership of the National Union of Electricity Employees. Here's a highlight of the report.
The management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, led by the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has always chaired the meeting of the unions as a demonstration of management's commitment to prioritizing staff matters. Engineer Abdulaziz called for adoption of a report of previous meeting held by the parties as part of the efforts to improve on the welfare of TCN employees.
But what I want us to do now is to adopt this report as a working document so that we use what the committee recommended. So I want us to move a motion so that we can adopt the report as a working document. So I think with this, we are going to make progress.
The General Secretary of NUI, Comrade Joe Ajero, stated that the initiation of working document was apt towards implementation of key recommendations to sustain staff performance. At an earlier meeting of the management of TCN and the leadership of NUI, the TCN head commended NUI for the support it has always accorded to the company.
I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude and appreciation to the association for your unwavering support, mutual understanding with the management, and your maturity in handling challenging issues when they arise. We are committed to reciprocating this gesture and are determined to maintain the strong and cordial relationship we have nurtured over the years through continuous collaboration and interaction. Management is dedicated to addressing staff welfare concern, as a motivated workforce is essential for achieving higher productivity.
The General Secretary of NUI, Comrade Joe Ajero, at this meeting commended the leadership of TCN for the efforts at sustaining the timely meetings.
Let me first of all thank the management for fully making it possible for this meeting to hold. I give them the credit.
The interview segment will be coming your way shortly after this timeout. Don't go away.
$6.5 there.
Guys, I have a business that can change our lives.
Business?
Business that can change our lives.
Guys, if money is involved, I mean, take it. But you don't know the kind of business. I mean,
Business is business.
okay, my guy. Masu. I mean, let's play this game. I mean,
Real money. And there's a big market for it.
wait, is it vandalism that you have brought me here to do?
Yes!
Something that can take me to jail. Something that can destroy our economy and spoil what the government wants to achieve.
Real money.
I can't. See this man. I can't. Even you. Shut up your mouth. I will never go to jail. Vandalism. God forbid. God forbid.
Look at the people I want to help.
Come here.
I beg you. Please, Oga, I beg you. I beg you. This is the handwork of the devil. Please.
Be part of our economic growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Do not destroy government effort to provide electricity for all. Report any suspicious person found stealing or loitering around power installations to any security operatives close to you or to the nearest transmission company of Nigeria office.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
This is the interview segment of the Power Circuit, and we're taking you through a series of interviews with the Regional Operations Manager, or simply put, ROM, at the various regions of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. In today's edition, the ROM of the Port Harcourt region, Engineer Michael Wago, at the Port Harcourt main substation in Rivers State, discusses highlights about the region's coverage area, the operational activities and the collaborative strategies among stakeholders towards bulk power transmission services in the region. We're excited that you're with us through this session. What is your role at the Regional Operations Manager at the Port Harcourt region?
The ROM is the head of operations in the region, and primarily ensure that the available capacity or route that is allocated to the region is dispatched in the most effective and efficient way with an eye on the grid to ensure grid stability and reliability. And ROM ensures that we manage the outages, the various outages in the region, the effective way to minimize downtime of equipment. And in doing all this, we make sure that we work according to the ruling documents, which is the grid code and the market rule. Then of course, ROM equally represents the top management of ISO in the region. In the meetings, in interface meetings, we discuss and other high-level meetings, and then feed them back on outcomes. And then, of course, the ROM is the chief safety officer here, because we operate in a hazardous environment to ensure that we work in a safe area. The ROM ensures that the ROM equally ensures that all the tools that are needed for dispatching power, all the available tools, make sure that they are functioning and are top gear. So, and of course, the ROM is the chief data collector of the region. So all the data will be needed, we collect them. Where we have issues that needed headquarter intervention, we escalate, escalate them. So issues of maybe where we have problems of shortfalls in anything like that, headquarters need intervention. Of course, it's through data we realize all these things and we escalate to the headquarters for action. So these are parts of the functions of the ROM, and of course, providing the general staff to do the job accordingly.
The management of TCN is implementing several power transmission projects under the service level agreement. What is your take on those for this region?
There are a lot of the service level projects that are ongoing in the region. You know, these projects came about when about to sign the service level agreement, and as at TCN we have our substations, various locations, and the discos are not comfortable in some location with the type of load they want, maybe because of engine or some other things. We cannot be able to meet up with the demand in some locations where they need this load, and then worked out some of the things that have to be done to mitigate those problems, those shortfalls, and then that is how the service level projects came about. And here in Port Harcourt, for instance, we have 100 MVA transformer already on plate, and that transformer, that project will come with the switchyard expansion. It's in progress here, and it will come with additional feeders for this goes to dispatch. So about 4 number 33 kV feeders is in that project. So we have this type of projects many places. Port Harcourt Town, which is Z4, we have it. We have 100 MVA, it's already on plate. Switchyard expansion is ongoing. At Room Mossy, 122 kV TS, we are supposed to have a 60 MVA there, additional capacity. And LLMO 2, we have additional 60 MVA that's to come on board. Omwa here, I know we have 100 MVA that is to be part of the service level projects. That one to the transformer is already in that station. So these projects, when realized, will go a long way to solve most of the problems. You know, the shortfall we have with this course, it will surpass, even surpass. So, and in some areas like this Port Harcourt now, I think it's gone to some advanced stage. We are hoping that in the next few months, 3 or 4, maybe the project here will be completed, and the discourse we have the services.
Have the various initiatives improved the interface of TCN in the region with the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company?
With the SLA cleaning board, a lot of monitoring, and then of course a lot of meetings. It's time to resolve issues, and I must tell you, now we hardly have such blames, you know, because everybody knows, everybody is seeing everything, because there are a lot of monitoring. Yeah. So our relationship is robust. And again, you know, we have really migrated from this service level agreement to what we call a bilateral agreement. And under this bilateral agreement, yeah, because under the SLA, what we have is the discos tell us what they want each feeder. So there are bands, you know. So some are to have supply for minimum of 20 hours, band A, band B, maybe 18 hours minimum, band C, band D, band E. So, but now, what we operate is bilateral. So what we do now is discos have their low demand. This is what we want. TCN, this is what we can do, and we agree. Okay, and then at the end of the day, we have a minimum what we should supply to discos. And where they take the load now, the feeders, they want to give the load. We do not have control of it. So they decide where to push their load. All we want to know is that you said you can do 250 megawatt, and we give you 250. So if you are now below, tell us why you are below. If TCN cannot deliver that, of course, why can't you deliver it? So it's now an agreement. You pay for default. So if TCN defaults, you pay. If Disco default, they pay. So that's the level we are now.
TCN management has continued to prioritize training for its staff. Can you tell us more about this for the Port Harcourt region?
can tell you that more than ever before, training in TCN is at its tops now. And the region is benefiting tremendously, both local and overseas.
Just count all the blocks, eh?
No, sir. We are a transmission company of Nigerian linesmen, and we just observed that you're about to erect a structure here.
You're very observant. Yes, I'm trying to put up a shopping mall of 200 shops that will serve this neighborhood. And I'm very excited about the project.
But sir, have you observed that it is under high tension transmission lines? It could snap, drop on the shopping mall and electrocute everyone inside it. Moreover, sir, these lines emit electromagnetic waves that are harmful to the health of human beings.
Really? This could cause so much harm?
Absolutely, sir. Imagine if there's a fire outbreak in the mall. It could destroy the transmission lines, causing outage to many states in the country. Erecting a structure under high-tension transmission lines will not help government efforts to grow our power supply and grow our economy. Be part of growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Little vigilance and concern on our part is necessary to protect transmission infrastructure nationwide. Be vigilant.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
You have heard from Engineer Michael Nwagu, the Regional Operations Manager of the Port Harcourt region. The management of TCN implores you to support the expansion activities for the transmission system so Nigerians can have better electricity infrastructure for improved power supply. Well, we have brought to you lots of reports around the activities of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and the Nigerian power sector in this edition. Let's take a recap. TCN management, electricity employees forge stronger ties. In continuation of the focus on regional operations managers, we brought to you an interview session with Engineer Michael Nwagu, who is the ROM of the Port Harcourt region of TCN. The official explained the region's coverage area, the operational activities, and the collaborative strategies between TCN and the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company towards improving on service delivery. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, solicits your continuous support towards safeguarding the arrays of power transmission lines and substations nationwide against vandalism and encroachment. You can also express your views, comments and responses about the company's activities by subscribing to the TCN YouTube channel, TCN_Nigeria. On Facebook, kindly like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. On X, formerly Twitter, follow TCN via @TCN_Nigeria. TCN is also on Instagram, TCN_Nigeria. The management takes your email messages very seriously via affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. The TCN website is always active, responsive and interactive. Go to tcn.org.ng where you can get more information on bulk power transmission and other activities of TCN. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is on a drive to always transmit electricity in the most efficient and effective manner. Thank you for your time. Amara Gugwesi is saying keep your support coming through. Bye.